across the creek. Back again with another one, guys. Dog Eats, we back again with another. Look, some of y'all wondering why I'm sitting outside this playground here. And well, y'all read that title right. We've been popping up and chatting lately. And y'all know, well, lately we've been doing interviews and all. Well, just to get different sides of stories of people and all. Coming up, upbringing and all. Who am I kidding? I'm just gonna be real myself. I'm out here being a knockoff ghost. And we got some interviews scheduled. First thing we're gonna do, y'all know what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop that anthem first. We're gonna get in and we're gonna meet the guy we discussing, talking to today, hear his story, and it's a sound of channel. Y'all keep an open mind.
You can offer me a diamond-plated pearl. You can send me all the riches in the world. You can tempt me with the palaces of kings. I'd give them back in a big old sack and keep the simple things.
Alright guys, so now that the anthem's over, we're gonna make our way back into the area. We'll find a gentleman we're interviewing. Y'all sit down with me, we'll catch up a story. Let's go and do some meet and greet. I'd like to ask you, if you hadn't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe. You get to catch all the interviews we do all the time. Alright, so here we are. I told y'all we were gonna get a chance to meet the guy we was gonna be interviewing today. I'm gonna make it easy for you. 5 questions, we're gonna make it quick and we're gonna get out of here. Alright. We always start with your name, age, and where you're from. That's how we start.
Alright, I'm
Nehemiah. Age?
23.
23. Where you from?
Right here in Alabama.
In Alabama. Nehemiah, I know you don't know. And I'm just now learning your name too, because we ain't talk that much.
Yeah.
We talk some. I know you don't know, but my family at home, I told them I was going to interview you. But y'all that don't know, Nehemiah, when I started working here, Nehemiah moved in shortly after, and I was told that he was a mute, somebody that cannot talk. Somebody that can't. So, and when I walk past you, Nehemiah, for real, man, when I walk past you, I said, I ain't going to talk to you. I just wave and say hello and keep going, because they told me you didn't talk. But lo and behold, I come in one day, and Nehemiah just talking. I double take. I said, Nehemiah, what happened? You wasn't talking last week, and you're talking this week. You want to tell him?
Yeah,
I'll let you tell us, so I don't have to tell him.
Okay, see, I done been through a lot, been battling addiction since I was 14, you know, and pretty much an unlimited supply whenever I wanted it, you know, had a check coming in, you know, I was around some bad people that I called family at the time. You know, I get whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I ended up getting in too deep, seen some things I didn't want to see, you know, and it's, you know, I almost lost my life a couple times, you know, more than a couple.
I didn't even know that about you.
Yeah, and, you know, some of the things I've done, I should probably be in prison or dead right now. And, you know, after losing a couple family members to addiction, you know, losing my dad to COVID, you know, back in, what was it, 2021, August 2021.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's new. Okay, I didn't know that either.
And, you know, since then, I've lost 10 people, so I had to stop and reflect on things, you know, stop talking for a while and talk to God. And
get you some different answers.
Yeah, he showed me some things, you know, just as real as me and you sitting here right now.
That's right.
Like, I could have reached out and touched him if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And, yeah, after I stopped talking for a while, you know, I started drinking a little bit, you know, I guess cope with things. And well, next thing I know, after 2 natty daddies, I think it was a bottle of Aristocrat.
Yeah.
Cayman Jack. You know, I'm sitting in there in the kitchen preaching to my sister.
Then I was talking again. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna speak on something. In this interview, I'm not gonna interrupt it. Yeah. Sometimes they say send God in to do the devil's work, and I ain't gonna do too much preach on this thing. But I know once you know, you get that relationship with God, you don't have to talk to nobody. You can walk to Him, be mute, and not talk to nobody.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to say, I'm looking at what you're drinking right here.
Yeah.
And the reason why I bring that up is, you and I, had you never drunk them natty lights and that liquor,
I probably wouldn't be talking right now.
Me and you wouldn't have 2 words. We wouldn't know each other. So that's how it works out.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
What's that?
Were you raised single family, mom and dad in one house? I know you just said your dad passed.
Yeah.
Single family or mom and dad in one house?
See, I was raised by my grandmother, and she had been with a great guy by the name of George Pouncey for years before I was even born. And,
Okay.
you know, they ended up adopting me at 3 months old. So I grew up under my grandparents' roof with my aunts and uncles, but, you know, I didn't know that they were my aunts and uncles. You know, we're raised up as siblings because I was too young to know the difference. And, you know, it's been like that, you know, for a while. There for a long time, I thought my name was Bubba. You know, so after I got old enough to know the difference,
They do call you Bubba, don't they? Bubba.
After I got old enough to know the difference, and we went up to the courthouse, and they changed my middle name to Bubba.
Oh, that's your legal middle name now.
It is
worked
now.
out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So you got another thing I wanted to bring up too, because I'm gonna let people meet. Once I talk to Miss Kim Dawson, every day you got a responsibility, a 3 o'clock response. You know, we said 5 questions. We on 3. We on 3. We almost done.
It's fine, man. It's
So
fine.
you got a responsibility. This is one of my questions, which I already know, but I guess people watching this don't know.
Yeah.
At 3 o'clock, you tell us what you're doing, why. And it may sound simple to you, but there's people that want to know. Tell us what you're doing,
Well,
why.
see, usually by 2:45, I'm lighting my cigarette if I got one.
Yeah.
And I'm grabbing a Coke and a bag of chips to head up there to the front of the apartment to wait on my nephew to get off the bus.
That's right. That's what he does.
And if I'm talking to anybody doing anything on the phone, I gotta shut that down right then, give him that phone, and well, and then I gotta sit there and watch him on the phone.
Who you had to answer to if you're late? If you ain't up there in time, you answer to Kim or Linda?
Oh, all of them.
All of the above. All of the above.
All of them.
All of the above. Let's see. Question 4. Let's go on. I got one other thing I want to ask you. I'm not gonna ask you about any regrets. Proudest moment in your life. Everybody has that one moment.
Proudest moment in my life. Yeah, honestly, I can say whenever I stopped smoking everything that I wasn't supposed to be smoking.
Yeah.
You know. And
How'd you do that? I'm sorry to interrupt you. What's the process? Did you just cold turkey quit everything, or did you wean down through the steps of everything?
like I said, I seen God, you know, and He showed me what hell truly looks like, and it scared me. I mean, there wasn't nothing more I could do. It scared the want for any and everything out of me.
Straighten you out.
I ain't gonna say it straightened me 100% all the way out, you know.
A little straighter.
But I ain't gonna go looking for anything anytime soon. I'll put it that way.
Hey, I know that feeling. I know what you're
I
talking
had
about.
something reach out and grab me. I didn't want to grab me.
You said no way, the other way.
No more.
All right, look. Well, I'll tell you what. You don't have to give it to me too deep. Give me one of your biggest regrets. Just one. You don't have to give it to me too deep.
One of my biggest regrets.
Yeah.
I have to say, honestly, is going off on all my family like I did, you know. When I was strung out and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I let the want to be high cause me anger problems, and you know, I talked to any and everybody like they weren't anything, you know, to the point to where
it creates separation.
Yeah, to the point to where everybody moved out the house and left me in the house by myself for a couple months, just so I
Can't call nobody. Can you call them people now?
Yeah, I can call on people, but it's gonna have to be something that I truly need. And
Yeah.
they're gonna know if I need it or not.
Yeah.
See, it used to, if I wanted something, even if I had the money in my pocket, I'd be able to call them and be like, hey, I need this, or hey, I want this, and they'd empty out their pockets just to get me what I wanted. You know?
I always take care of you like family's supposed to.
Yeah, but in the end, I let the addiction get the best of me, and I took advantage of the ones that were trying to look out for me. And it caused me to be in situations where sometimes I really needed it and I couldn't get it because of how I done them.
Can't get it because you didn't already burn your bridges along the way.
Yeah.
Well, that takes me to the last question, Bo. You got people that may be watching this thing. Some of them may be 17. Some of them might be 35 and 40.
Yeah.
And some of them watching this thing, and some of them are like you in that spot where you were in, where you've created separation. Some of them might not take phone calls from the family. Some of them may not pay money back to the dad because of stuff.
Yeah.
So, what kind of advice would you give somebody younger than you, or even older, sitting in that same situation, getting ready to make them same mistakes, getting ready to borrow that same money, getting ready to not pay it back? What kind of advice you got for them?
Same advice my dad gave me. Until you work for it and you truly put your whole heart and soul into building up a foundation to get what you need, and then after you get what you need, go after what you want. And until you've had to do that, or you do it for the betterment of your family, you're never gonna have it in the long run. You could have it for 2 or 3 years and it'd be all good and gravy, you know. But in the end, you're eventually gonna lose it because you didn't work for it.
That's correct.
You got to truly appreciate something and love that it's there because of all the hard work you put in before you can ever understand why you got it.
It can be gone. That's a good interview. Appreciate your time, man. We're gonna get out of here. All right, so now that interview's over, you guys got a chance to kind of enjoy one of the interviews, and that's sort of what I do at work here. Well, I paint these walls and get them trizzulating and all, and I stop in to hear people's story, interview them, and well, we bring them to y'all. But another quick interview video, guys. If you're not a huge fan of interview videos, you like the format, well, stick to those videos. But if you enjoy watching the interviews and all, same way as I do at meeting new people, well, I encourage you to stay in the loop, guys. Stay in the loop. We got a couple more interviews coming. And when this video goes off, click on another one, search back through some of our old stuff, and click through 1 or 2 of them suckers there too. And, get after it like you're supposed to. But I'm gonna let you guys go. As I say always on the channel, thank you for stopping in and watching the daggum creek. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your nice comments and all the phone calls and gestures and all. And well, thank you for supporting us. Y'all, I gotta get out here. I gotta get out, edit, and upload another. Thanks for watching.